WSMV4 investigation uncovers 7 sober drivers were all arrested for DUI by the same state trooper. Thanks for joining us here tonight at 5 o'clock on WSMV4. I'm Lauren Lowry.
And I'm Jeremy Finley. It's the latest findings in my sobering problem investigation that's uncovering how innocent people are being wrongfully arrested in Tennessee. Now, one attorney says he knew something was wrong because he kept representing clients who were sober but were being arrested for DUI by state trooper James Zahn. Among the troopers responding to Hunter Lundgren's car crash on September 29th,
you have anything to drink at work?
No, sir, not at all.
Was Trooper James Zahn, who after talking to Lundgren in the ambulance had real doubts about his sobriety.
Cocaine.
Oh, he's on some kind of upper.
Yeah. I'll do field sobriety on you real quick.
Yes, sir, sure thing.
You did a field sobriety test with a
Broken nose with blood all over me with cuts and lacerations. Yes, so he decided to go ahead and do that. He thought that was a good idea.
And after that field sobriety test?
Turn around.
Yes, sir. Whoa. I have not been drinking, sir. Sir, I really haven't been drinking.
Lundgren was taken into custody, charged with a DUI by a trooper, again, who had made this prediction before the field sobriety test.
Oh, he's some kind of upper.
So your blood work came back.
Came back.
Completely sober.
Completely sober.
The blood test results, no alcohol, no drugs.
For an officer of the law to be on the force for 20 years
I didn't get close enough to smell him,
and not know the difference between somebody who just had a car crash,
but his eyes are bloodshot and watery.
someone who's drunk, or someone who's on drugs, that's inexcusable.
What Lundgren didn't know is that just 2 months earlier, Zahn had arrested another driver for DUI who asked that she not be identified. Her blood work would show no alcohol, no drugs. And 3 months before her, Zahn would arrest Adam Filyaw, not just for DUI.
But it was also carrying a firearm while under the, influence.
Knowing he faced even more serious charges, he was relieved when his blood test came back negative for alcohol, his drug toxicology only showing he had amphetamines, which he uses for ADHD. Both charges against him dropped.
Maybe he needs to go back to training.
And 6 years before them, Zahn, then a Williamson County Sheriff's deputy, arrested Charlie Smith for DUI. His blood work, no drugs detected. As for alcohol,
mine was 0.00 alcohol. He's done this repeatedly.
in fact, in May of 2019, Smith's attorney, Eric Larson, wrote to the then Williamson County Sheriff, citing 2 additional cases where sober drivers were arrested by Zahn. Charges dropped in both cases, writing, "We do want Zahn to understand the consequences of his decisions."
You've got innocent tax-paying citizens, good people who they've got to go to jail, they've got that humiliation, they've got to pay to get released.
In addition to all these cases, fast forward to February of this year, Tracy Sprouse would become the 7th sober driver documented in court records to be arrested by Zahn for DUI. Her blood work would later show no alcohol, no drugs in her system. Before her arrest, she was playing pickleball.
Now I have PTSD when I see a police officer with its lights on.
When you see the same officer, same trooper in this situation that hasn't happened multiple times, well then you obviously have to look at a training issue.
I think this is a product of a systematic failure from the top down.
You're putting a lot of trust in the people.
At the top of the THP is Colonel Matt Perry. For months, WSMV4 Investigates has been asking for an interview with Perry. We also asked to speak with Zahn as well. Once again, the THP told us they had no one available to do an interview. We wrote back and said we pushed back our deadline to offer more time, but no one responded. So last week, WSMV4 Investigates came to a THP press conference. But after he was done speaking, Perry took no questions and immediately got into a car with a driver. "Colonel, this is Jeremy Finley with Channel 4, and drove away. None of the people interviewed by WSMV4 Investigates say they have received an apology from Zahn or the THP. All Lundgren did get is nightmares.
Every other night, it's another nightmare, and I've been working with my therapist just constantly the bad dreams, constantly reliving this experience.
God, you just feel for these people. Jeremy, so you were able to confirm 7, but that's not an official number.
Yeah, that's right, Lauren. These are the only cases that we have found, either by drivers coming to us or attorneys who alerted us. Now, as we've reported so many times now, the number of DUI arrests are tracked by police agencies, but no one has ever gone back to see if the people arrested were innocent. And I've got much more to bring you, because I have found yet another case of a sober driver charged with DUI arrested by yet another trooper. Take a listen.
I was upset from day one. When they put the handcuffs on me, I was upset. I lost all my respect for THP that night.
Coming up next at 6 o'clock, that driver's story and the total number of how many sober drivers have been arrested by state troopers that we found so far. Lauren?
I know you've had to do so much digging for this, and the work continues. Jeremy, thanks.
Somebody had jumped in my comments on one of those previous videos and said, you need to give these media outlets credit for their work. I was a little confused because we're watching their video. It's not like I edited out their watermarks or anything. Like on this one, it says WSMV4 investigates. So when you say give them credit, I don't know what the hell you mean, but I do not have to live according to anybody's dictates. I didn't say that to say that. I said that because if you watch my videos, you know I will frequently, well, maybe I should say infrequently, because I used to do it all the time, just shout out the media and the journalists who do great jobs and call out the ones who don't, who just blindly back the blue. And I just feel like I need to do that because, like this young lady ended this segment saying, this gentleman had to do a lot of digging to get this information. And I think that needs to be commended, man. So shout out to you, big dog. Shout out to her for partnering with you as much as she did, and your company that you work for, partner with, man. Shout out to all y'all. This is what caring about your fellow citizens looks like. This is what caring about Americans look like, and people if you're in other countries. This is what serving the public looks like. And then what we saw for ourselves, we don't need to wait for the full video. We don't need to wait for any investigation. We saw this gentleman saying that we have no reason to believe he's lying. He's been requesting to speak with anybody that could speak for you cowards in Tennessee, the state troopers. And then when he had an opportunity, because he came of his own volition on his own time to see you because you were ducking and dodging, you ran like a coward. That's what serving the American public does not look like. That's what caring about American citizens does not look like. And it pissed me the hell off. It is Sunday, 1:59 p.m., man. I am Trailhand Bill reporting live from South Florida, and I'm going to try to not get flustered verbally here because this entire video pissed me the hell off. Now, I make so much content, man. Ain't no way in hell y'all gonna remember it all because I don't. If you watch all of my videos, I'm not even intimating that everybody do. The last couple videos ain't getting about 100 views, and I get videos that get hundreds of thousands and 20, you know what I mean, whatever. But I frequently do, well, I go with that frequently word again. I mention these DUI scams that these Johnnies are running all over our nation. Now, when I think about it, I would have to go back and do some digging that I'm probably not going to do and haven't done. When I think about these stories I'm hearing, because please believe this just isn't happening in Tennessee. But if I'm correct, it's definitely mostly happening in the South, in the southern region of the United States, where you will see repeatedly officers getting caught arresting drivers who are not under the influence of anything for DUI and DWI. And then, like they say in this coverage, man, they don't even come back. Like, come on, fam. You know what pissed me off about humans, man? Can I just be a little arrogant right now? I don't like how we avoid the... I misspoke. I was trying to say obvious here, and I said something else. So, obviously, I don't like how we avoid the obvious when it doesn't fit our narratives and our opinions and our personal biases. I don't like that, man. Because who in the hell would think these grown-ass cowards are heroes? Y'all locking people up who ain't did a damn thing. One dude had blood all over his damn face. He had just been in an accident, and he still cooperated with y'all coward asses. And then when you find out you wrong, your bitch ass... See, I said I wasn't going to do... Your coward ass don't even try to offer any civility by just reaching out to these folks and saying, I was bad. You don't do no press conference. You don't run to no damn cameras. You ain't got time for the media. But when it's something involving y'all, you want them to be there. You want them to film your ass. You want to get in front of them and talk. This is what not caring about American citizens looks like. Now, shout out to the legal beagle cop watchers and auditors on all social media platforms or wherever they are. Shout out to y'all, man. We need y'all, because Trailhand, you ain't gonna never pretty much get me telling you this is the penal code, this is what you need to do in detail. I don't do that. I'm sorry, I ain't that intelligent. I need you. And I don't need, shout out to them, but don't depend on them. Get the information from them if it pertains to wherever you are, your locality, and then go back and verify it yourself. You can't depend on nobody else. They ain't gonna be there when you get your ass locked up. Who's your favorite auditor? He gave you the best information that you can get, right? He's not gonna be there when you get your ass locked up or when you encounter these Johnnies. They're doing the same thing I'm doing. They probably encourage you with more specific details. You need to know your damn rights. You need to know how you should handle it if you're pulled over by a Johnny and they ask you to do a field sobriety test. You need to know what to do if you're falsely arrested. I'm not wishing this upon any damn body, but we had a minimum of 7 people in this story, and I guarantee you now one of them predicted that they would ever be in this damn situation. The dude with the blood all over his damn face, he was cooperating. I'm pretty sure most of them were. How many of these people were Back to Blue from the Back to Blue crowd before this happened? And if they still are? Because I think one of them said, hey, man, I know they got a job to do. And you were sounding a little too, on their side with that. You seem to acquiesce a little bit too much for me after they did that to you. I'm repulsed by the fact that, as always, they don't even show back up to say my bad. I mean a simple, civil my bad. And these motherfuckers still on the force. And this is going on all over the nation, if I remember correctly, like I said before, specifically in the South. Where is the Johnny on the force saying, hey, Sergeant, Captain, City Attorney, we need to look at my colleague over here. He keep doing bullshit. There's a repetitive history here. He's making life way harder for Americans that he's supposed to be serving than it should be. Nobody does that. They just go to work together, dap each other up. I can relate to that lady talking about PTSD. I was in Panera Bread the other day, and 4 or 5 of them walked in. And I immediately, my nervous system just gets this, disoriented, because these motherfuckers around, and you never know what they're going to do. And none of them have the civility to say, man, y'all tripping. We need to get rid of these bad cops because they're making all of us look like who the hell we are. Because you are who the hell you look like. Y'all be safe out here. Know your rights. Teach your children to know their rights. And encourage your loved ones to as well. I'm gone. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.